Hey, ¿cómo está? Well, it is 11 o'clock Wednesday night. I just came home. Um, I'm tired. I've been up since a quarter to 5 this morning. That's the only thing I don't like about my job is waking up at a quarter to 5. I also don't like daylight savings time because that is bull. Because if I was waking up at a quarter to 5 regular time, I'd still be waking up in the dark. And now I'm waking up at a quarter to 5 and I have to work in the dark until almost 7 until the sun's good and up and then you can actually see without, relying on just the lights out there. Uh, so, I hate you, Ben Franklin. You suck. Didn't get to make any videos last week. I started out the week pretty busy. Ended it up sick. I did manage to get some new tires for my 4Runner, which I think I've got a picture I'll be showing you now. One thing leads to another. Now I know the next thing I need to build up on the truck. I need to fix the steering. Gonna see how it does this weekend, going up to Sicily Island, the place I made the video of, the last off-roading video. Uh, Hope it does well. Spent enough money on it in the last couple of months. Gonna be going to another place at the end of May, Katemsi Rocks in Texas. Excuse me. I've been wanting to go for a long time, and the people that have been running it are losing their lease. The property owners will not be leasing to them again. So if I don't go in May, I'll never get to go again. It's a shame. I mean, Katemsi's closing. Teleco is closing. They're trying to get that closed. The tree huggers are. Actually, it's the Trout Foundation, I think. So, and then out west, the Rubicon Trail is closing. So, lots of bad stuff going on as far as off-roading goes. A lot of places, like, I've always wanted to go to Telco, it's just so far, and looks like I'm never going to get to ride Telco, so I missed out on that. I will at least get to ride Katemsi. Fingers crossed nothing changes between here and then. Anyway, that's kind of been bumming me out because, I mean, I'm finally getting my truck pretty good to where it's good, and then the tree huggers are going to start closing everything. And then I'm not going to talk about politics. Not going to talk about politics. God bless. Hang on, I gotta collect my thoughts now. So anyway, trying to make a video at the start of the week in hopes that it snowballs and I end up making another video at some point this week because I've been severely slacking off lately. Of course, I have been accomplishing moderately more than I did in the several months before that in the last month by not making so many videos, so I guess it's a trade-off. Built a couple new Gundams. I really like this one right here. It's the Hardy gun from F91 Silhouette Formula. I hope I said that right. But anyway, that's a neat little model for being as simple as it is. I've got in the truck an almost completed Mark II version 2 Gundam, and just in paint I've probably got about off and on 2 weeks worth of work in it. I brought it offshore with me, 2 different hitches to work on. So everything I know to do is done on that kit. It's just not quite finished. I think I've got to finish building and painting the backpack, and I haven't built any of the guns at this point, so still got to do that. But until I learn my airbrush better, this will be everything I know in one model. So it should be hopefully pretty good. I like it. So anyway, that's it. This is the third take doing this. Every time I do it, I rant on this one particular thing too long. So here, let's try and get it knocked out and a decent amount of time. I was sent a question in my little PM box. And the question was, Classics Devastator, do the vehicles transform into limbs and robots? And I thought, what kind of question is that? Because, you know, obviously they're Transformers, they should turn into robots. So I think I answered the question politely. Yes, they do transform into both a robot and a limb. And I got to thinking, you know, why would you ask that? Then I wanted to see something. I wanted to see what the names of the Energon versions were. So I Googled Devastator, just Devastator. I didn't put Energon or Classics or anything. And it came up with the movie Devastator. And I've been trying to avoid old knowledge, but it looked kind of neat, so I looked at it. And from there I went and I looked at Poe. I hope that y'all can hear me over the rain. I looked at Poe's review on Scrapper. I think that's the bucket. But spoiler alert, that is the worst transforming toy I've ever seen in my life. And then it gets worse. Not only is it a chinchy, sad-looking transformer that has no legs, it doesn't even combine with the others to make Devastator. You buy 5 $20 toys, $20 American. I guess the equivalent of $40 in other parts of the world if you want to buy it. You know, everybody, you know, don't complain about spending, because we got it good for Transformers. I mean, they're dirt cheap over here compared to a bunch of places. I mean, if I had to pay what a bunch of people do, I wouldn't have near what I had. In fact, I wouldn't have, well, I wouldn't have near what I have, because it's just so expensive to collect them elsewhere. So, anyway, there's 5 of each of the vehicles that transform into robots. And then there is a separate 5 that transforms into the chest and limbs and everything else. And I'm like, if it doesn't transform into a robot, but it transforms from vehicle into a limb for a giant robot, they have a name for that. It's not a Transformer. It's a Megazord. And I just feel that if you're going to do that, at least make decent looking robots. Because, I mean, they've got some of these robots in the Classics Devastator that they make some pretty bad little robots. But they make decent limbs. So, basically, you have a real well thought out combiner with limbs that don't transform into robots. And then you have 5 vehicles that, from what I can tell, I've only seen 2 of them. But if they follow the trend of these 2, they're going to be some pretty sorry 3 other robots. I mean, Scrapper has no legs. Do you understand me? He has 2 wheels. A wheel on the bottom and a wheel on the top. And it's not even like, what was it? Beast Machine's Thrust, I think. There was the motorcycle with the, you know, the mono wheel. The wheel split in half and you could make legs. This guy, no. You can either lay him down on his back to where the wheels are like a motorcycle, and he can lean up, and it's actually a lot like this one of the racers from this game called Kinetica, if anybody remembers that. But it's a sorry-looking transformer. It's not even a transformer. It's a bunch of bits. You'd have to see the thing. It's bad. And then the reviewer that I saw, I think he was Poe, I think I said. Yeah, Poe. He's the only one I watched. But, he's like, well, it's not really a bad toy. It's just not what you're used to. I'm sorry. A transformer with no legs that's a combiner that can't combine with anything because they're selling two separate toys is a bad toy. That's like trying to say, oh, let me think. Think bad toy, think bad transformer. That's like saying that the Hunchback G1 Microbot Wheelie was not, a bad toy. It just wasn't cartoon accurate. It was a bad toy. I mean, let me think. Oh, Cyber Slammers, Jump Starters, Mini-Cons. They're all, well, not all Mini-Cons are bad. I have to admit that, there are a few cool ones. But it's just. And then, is there going to be a premium line? Will there be a $100 set of Devastator transforming robot editions? Would there be a $100 set of Devastator transforming limb editions? Will there be a premium set of each? So you have to buy $400 sets, $400 worth of Devastator. Oh, and maybe they'll even come out with a third line, Platinum, with die-cast or rubber wheels. Those will be extra. So you're looking at $25 a toy for those, at least. And then there's going to be Platinum Premiums. So, the entire line is going to be Devastator repaints. I don't know. I'm just saying. The Optimus Prime is awesome. So anyway, I think I've ranted enough. I hope I haven't gone over 15 minutes. I apologize. I'm tired. So anyway, buenas noches. I think that's good night. Y'all have a good day.